Some stories, they just get under your skin. Not because they're loud and flashy, but because they're quiet. They're the kind that whisper from that weird place where the world you know just ends and something else begins. So today, we're going to open up a case file from a child psychologist, Dr. Eliza Tenilius. It's the story of one single visit, one kid, that made her question everything she thought she knew about reality itself.
So picture this. You're in a therapy room. It's totally sterile. White walls, gray floors. It's designed to be a blank slate. An 8-year-old boy named Neil is just sitting there, waiting. And for him, this room, with its one door that has no handle on the inside, well, it feels like a trap. He's here because he's terrified of mirrors. And of course, sitting on a little table in the corner is the one thing he's most afraid of.
And then the door opens. Dr. Tenilius walks in. She's got her clipboard, a warm, professional smile on her face. She's seen hundreds of kids, all with their own little fears and anxieties, but she is absolutely not prepared for what's about to happen.
He says it so flatly, no emotion. It's just a simple, matter-of-fact statement. There's no surprise, no shyness like you'd expect from a kid. Just this impossible sentence that just hangs there in the air. It's you again.
So you can imagine Dr. Tenilius is just completely thrown. She's running through her memory. Has she met this child before? At a school? A conference? Nothing. It's a total blank. And her professional calm is just starting to crack a little. And there it is. That's the moment everything shifts. He's talking about a history with her that just doesn't exist. He's talking about a treatment he's never, ever had. This is the moment that sterile little therapy room turned into something else entirely. Something unsettling. I mean, this is the thing, right? The contradiction. Her training, her notes, her own memory, everything is screaming that this kid is just mistaken. But the way he says it, his certainty, it's chilling. He's not making it up. He's stating a fact from a life she knows nothing about.
Okay, so Dr. Tenilius, trying to get things back on track, she kind of pushes that bizarre greeting aside for a moment. She's there to figure out his phobia. So she asks him, Neil, why are you so afraid of mirrors? And Neil gives her a name, Mary Jane Walker.
And the crazy thing is, this is super common. Dr. Tenilius has heard a dozen versions of this story. It's your classic Bloody Mary type legend. It's a ghost story kids tell each other to see who chickens out first. She thinks she knows exactly where this is going. Oh, but she is so, so wrong. And this is where things get really, really weird. See, other kids, they get scared because they think they see a face in the dark. It's usually just an optical illusion. But Neil doesn't see a girl. He sees something completely inhuman. He calls it a black, evil blob. It's not a reflection. It's a presence, and it talks to him. Now that line, that is not part of some silly schoolyard story. Neil says this is what the thing in the mirror told him, word for word. It's like a mission statement for a monster. It's not just a ghost, it's a parasite, and it feeds on fear. And apparently, Neil, by playing a little kid's game, swung the door wide open and let it right in. But as the doctor keeps digging, she realizes the mirror is just the beginning. This thing he calls Mary Jane, it's not the only thing that's taken up residence in his house. His entire home, it's like a playground for the paranormal. It's just one thing after another. A little girl with red hair and a half-burned face who just sits on his bed and smiles. A strange mist in the hallway that he swears is working with the thing in the mirror. His own friend sees an impossible vision of Neil's mom's face in the window when she wasn't even home. And his bedroom door, it just shakes and rattles like something is desperately trying to break in. So, what kind of home breeds this kind of terror? Those are the words Neil's father screamed right before he smashed his forehead into his 6-year-old son's face. He hit him so hard it fractured the boy's skull. The horror in that house isn't just supernatural. There's a very real, very human monster living there too. And all that fear the entity supposedly feeds on, it's not just from scary stories. It's being served up every single day. So imagine you're Dr. Tenilius. You're sitting there listening to all this, and your mind is just spinning. You've got two completely different stories fighting for space in your head. Is this a house haunted by something evil, or is this a little boy whose mind has been shattered by unbelievable trauma? This is the choice she has to make, right? Her entire career, her training, everything is built on finding logical, rational explanations for this stuff. A brain injury from the attack, the constant stress of domestic violence, those are real textbook causes for hallucinations. It's the only logical path for her to take.
So she has to make a choice. And really, there's only one she can make. She can't write a prescription for an exorcism. She has to treat the patient, the little boy sitting right in front of her with the tools she has. So she prescribes a medication, something to quiet the voices, to stop the hallucinations, and hopefully bring Neil back to reality. It's the professional, responsible thing to do.
The session ends, Neil's mom gets the prescription filled. Dr. Tenalilius moves on with her day, sees her other patients, but that one thing he said at the very beginning, it just won't go away. It's you again. You're the one that gives me the pink pills. It's such a small detail, right? A totally insignificant little loose thread, but it just keeps nagging at her. So later that day, just to put her own mind at ease, just to close the loop, she goes to her computer and looks up the medication she just prescribed. All she wants to know is, what color is it? And just like that, everything collapses. The line between a psychological delusion and a terrifying prophecy just evaporates. How? How could he possibly have known? Was it the luckiest guess in history? A 1 in a million coincidence? Or did that little boy somehow see a future that had already played out? Are we all just stuck in a loop where Dr. Tenrilius was always going to be the one with the pink pills? And it leaves you with one final chilling question. Who or what was she really talking to in that room?